Thanks, guys. Welcome to the Courtside Show. As always, I'm your host, Lucy Rodine. And since Saturday is Senior Day, I brought Senior Declan Lely along to have her own version of Senior Day.
Where's my game ball at?
All right, well, Declan, it's your first Courtside Show, so don't get ahead of yourself. But man, do we have a lot to talk about today, and most of it isn't basketball related.
Yeah, yesterday we heard from Iowa radio broadcaster Gary Dolphin and athletics director Gary Barta for the first time since Dolphin was suspended.
But in reviewing the Iowa-Maryland postgame show, I used a comment, an inappropriate comment or phrase, in attempting to praise a Terrapin player's performance. It was unintentional, but it was wrong, and I recognize that now. I recognize the analogy was unacceptable and inappropriate, and I'm sorry if I offended anyone, anywhere.
And after Dolphin issued his apology, athletics director Gary Barta said that the athletics department should have spoken to the media sooner, and he hopes to learn from that experience.
But that's not the only issue that's put Iowa communications team to work this week.
Yeah, that's definitely right. The Big Ten and Iowa Athletics announced yesterday that head coach Fran McCaffery would be suspended for the next 2 games following comments he made to an official after Iowa's loss to Ohio State on Tuesday.
Yeah, following the 20-point loss, Fran McCaffery was overheard yelling at an official in the tunnel where he was calling him a cheater, among not so appropriate other words for TV.
You know, I'm a very passionate person. I think everybody in this room knows and understands that. I love my family. I love my players. It was one of those nights, and my emotions got the better of me. And I apologize for that. I regret that. I'm sorry to Mr. Barta, President Harold, and I accept full responsibility. And I think that's what's necessary.
Now, obviously, Fran didn't handle that situation very well, and the Iowa PR team probably hasn't gotten any sleep the past 6 days. But Declan, what are your thoughts on what we just heard from Coach McCaffery?
Yeah, he seemed pretty apologetic. I think he's ready to move on. He understands that there's a couple games ready. But more importantly, he's just ready to go out and represent Nick Bear on Senior Day.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think it's awesome that he's going to be able to present Nick Bear his senior jersey. But at the same time, Fran's been doing this a while. He should know better, and he needs to hold himself to a higher standard and represent the university well. But although the outside noise has never been louder for Iowa basketball, the Hawks still have a game to play on Saturday when Rutgers comes into town just 2 weeks after their first meeting.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest here, Lucy. I know it's been 2 weeks, but I still haven't really gotten over that Wieskamp shot. But it's going to take a lot more lucky shots than that to beat Rutgers on Saturday. What does Iowa have to do to make sure that Rutgers doesn't pull this one out in Carver?
Yeah, well, Rutgers, they're looking for revenge because, frankly, Rutgers probably should have won that game 2 weeks ago. So I think they need to be smart with the ball, but most importantly, Rutgers is great on the glass. So Iowa needs to get those rebounds, and I think that comes down to Luka Garza. He's been kind of in a mental funk the past few weeks, so he's really going to need a big performance so Iowa can get those rebounds and take this game. But
yeah.
Declan, what do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. Offensive rebounding was an issue the last time. That will be the big key coming up on Saturday.
Now, Declan, this is the part of Courtside where we give our predictions for the game. And I don't mean to intimidate you, but I'm 6-1 on the year, so the pressure's on.
Yeah, you are so intimidating.
Well, since you're clearly scared, I'll let you go first. What's your prediction for Saturday's game?
Not only do I think Iowa's going to come out and win this one, I think they're really going to put a beating on Rutgers. They're really going to step on their throats. There's been a whole lot surrounding this team as of late, and I think they're going to back up their coach and really give it to the Scarlet Knights.
I think Iowa's going to win. I think it's going to be a little closer than that just because I don't really know what to expect from Iowa shooting right now. They've been very inconsistent as of late, but I think they're going to take this one too.
All right, glad we can finally agree on something.
And all it took was almost a year. But that's it from us today. Come back tomorrow for a special Farewell to Megan Gustafson women's edition of the Courtside Show with women's basketball beat reporter Natalie Acapeti.
Guys, back to you at the desk before I start to tear up.